computer. Okay, there we go.
All righty, we'll just go ahead and get started then. So I just want to take a second first to just say thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day to meet with us. We're meeting today to go over the results of the audit that we just recently completed. For those of you who have not met, I think I've met everybody. My name is Melinda Seibert. I am the Assistant Audit Manager and supervised the audit this year. And then I also have with me Tammy Lane. She was the auditor in charge of the lead auditor for the audit. So she's going to be talking about the results here in a minute, but I'm just going to kick us off. Before I move forward at all, I just wanted to remind you that Tammy sent over a packet to accompany today's meeting. So our presentation today, it should be pretty quick, but it's really just going to be a summary of the information in that packet. So if you're interested in more details of the results and to see the actual audit report, please take a look at that packet because it does include all of that detail.
Okay, that was the thing that I printed that you were looking at.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
All right. So whether you're new to the audit process or you've been through one in the past, understanding your audit results is important to establishing and maintaining good government. So first, our audits do help build trust in your organization by letting you know whether there are things that you need to work on or things that might need fine tuning. And then audits can also shine a light on areas that are important to your citizens, to your external stakeholders, or to even your own employees. And then second, as an independent audit organization that conducts over 2,600 audits of state and local governments each year, our audits can be relied upon to provide transparent results directly to not only you folks, but your citizens as well. And then lastly, audit recommendations are made to assist your government in continuing to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of your operations. And so the goal of our meeting today, as I mentioned, is going to be to go over the results and then make sure that you understand those results. So that being said, that the meeting is for you. So if you have any questions about the results or anything we talk about today, please do not hesitate to let us know if you have any questions. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Tammy and she's going to talk about the results.
Thank you, Melinda. So our accountability audit covered a 3-year period, so fiscal year 19, 20, and 21. And an accountability audit, what that is we are looking for the safeguarding of resources, following of state, local laws, of course, also following policy. So it's a little bit different than other audits that we do perform. And for the fiscal year covered, the port complied with all material respects for applicable laws, regulations, and their own policies. So that is a clean audit opinion. Yay. And so in keeping with practices of that, we don't, of course, audit every transaction. We do risk-based planning in the beginning, and I'll go ahead and have Melinda move to the next slide and we'll talk about that process. So using our risk-based approach in our planning process, we look at many different things to determine areas to look at. We'll look at meeting minutes and trends of expenditures and revenues and things like that to determine areas to look at. In our entrance conference, we covered the areas that we were going to look at, and I'm now going to give you the results of those. For procurement, we looked at public works and we looked specifically at 2 contracts that were related to storm damage of the dock in 2019. And I want to make sure that I put that out there that it was the 2019 because I know you guys have had additional work since then. And with those 2 contracts, we looked to ensure that the port was following state law in the procurement of those contracts. And we noted no significant concerns over that area. Accounts receivable, we looked specifically for utility billing. In the utility billing, we looked at the water services. And covering that, what we were looking for is to ensure that the customers were being billed at the approved rate that is approved by the board. And so we covered 4 customers in 2019, 6 customers 2020, and 7 customers in 2021. We increased the customers each year due to the fact that the actual customers were increasing year from year. And we noted that there were no significant concerns over this area. Self-insurance for unemployment. The port is self-insured for unemployment, and we're required by RCW to look at this area every 2 years. And since the port has a 3-year audit span, we look at it every year. What we're looking for is to ensure the port has reserved or set aside to cover the expenses related to self-insurance for unemployment, and we noted no exceptions in this area. The next two with open public meetings and financial condition. These are two areas that we do significant work in our planning process. And so we take credit for that work and additional steps within our actual audit. So for open public meetings, we're looking for compliance with minutes, executive sessions, other things that are in compliance with the RCW with open public meetings. And for that area, we noted no significant concerns. And for financial condition, we reviewed for some flags and financial condition ratios, and we noted no exceptions. And so those were the areas that we covered. The one thing I'd like to do is thank the port officials, Leanne, Larry, everybody did a great job with communicating with me to make sure we could get through the audit process. And I really did appreciate that everybody was easy to work with, easy to communicate with, and make sure that we got everything covered. It's really a great help for us to have that communication so that way we can get from beginning to end everything done. So thank you for that. And with that, I'll go ahead and turn it over to Melinda to take care of a few housekeeping items.
All right, thanks, Tammy. Yeah, and before I jump into those closing remarks, I just want to echo what Tammy said really quick. Everybody was really great to work with, and we just appreciate all of your help throughout the audit. We know you still have everyday tasks to do that don't include working with us and responding to audit requests and providing documentation. So we know that can be quite a burden especially for such a small port as yourselves. So we really appreciate the time and energy that you put into it and getting us everything we needed. So thank you for that. So just a few closing remarks here. At the beginning of the audit, when we provided our planning documents, we did provide an estimate of our costs, and I am happy to report that our audit costs are in alignment with our original estimate. You will also see in the exit conference packet that we provided over to you, there is also an estimate for the next audit. That's based on our current billing rates. So just know that that could fluctuate, especially given that the port is on a 3-year audit. So it's going to be out a few years before we come back. So that could adjust a little bit, but there is an estimate there for your planning purposes. And that next audit, as it says here on the screen, it'll be in fall of 2025, and we'll cover fiscal years 2022, 23, and 24. So report publication, that our report should come out sometime next week. Leanne or Larry, one of you should be receiving an email noting when that report comes out and is available. It'll be released on our website, so any of you as well as citizens will have access to that report. And I also just wanted to note really quick that anyone can actually sign up to receive those notifications or subscribe to the reports. So if you're interested, just visit our website. It's a pretty easy, straightforward process, but if you have any questions or need any help with that, just let us know. And then also when the audit reports come out, we also send with that an audit survey. Again, that will go to either Leanne or Larry when the audit report comes out, but just know that that survey can be forwarded to other folks. We definitely ask that you take a couple minutes to fill out that survey. Those are really helpful for us. They allow us to maybe modify our practices or continue doing the things that work for you, or maybe make changes for things that aren't working for you. So we really value that feedback. So if you wouldn't mind taking a couple minutes to do that, we would really appreciate it. And so with that, it was a short, quick meeting today. That's all we have to share with you. Are there any questions about the audit areas we went over, the audit report, or any information we shared with you today?
None for me. Thank you very much. It was great that you guys were all able to work together. It's great.
What about signing the letter there?
Oh, yeah, we do have some questions.
Tammy got back with me.
Oh,
Yeah.
did she?
Yeah.
Oh,
She said you and I can sign.
oh, all right.
Okay.
Okay,
That was it then. right?
yeah, that was
Okay.
it.
Excellent. Well, you guys, that was easy. I was expecting like at least a couple questions. I mean, something. But no, that's great. And again, we appreciate you guys making some time today, and we appreciate all your help. So
Indeed. Thank
Okay,
you.
well, thank you very much for everything.
Yeah.
Thank you.
thank you. All right, everyone, have a good day.
Thank
You too.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, where's my cursor at here? There it is. All right.